I just showed so many cool things, and my face is probably fast, but I showed so many cool things and didn't have it on record like an idiot. But here we go. Um, this is what we see. See that plane going up there? I honestly don't believe it's an airplane. I don't care what anybody thinks. Look how bright. I mean, I don't think you can see how bright it is. Come on, my phone. My phone. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm on video. See how bright that is? It's not just smoke, it's like literally light. Probably because the sun's delving on it. Let me get back. Because the sun's blasting on it. Whatever. Who cares why? I think it's a ship in the sky from the alien, or not aliens, Octarians, Pleiadians, whatever. Um, the clouds are more blue than what they look like in my camera, but it's still very beautiful, isn't it? It's hard for me to see the beautifulness in it because I'm in a horrible mood. Horrible. Like I am miserable. It's nice to see I'm moving though. I'm gonna make it a little shorter there. Um, this is how it looks. So pretty. I mean, the clouds are really pretty. I don't remember them being this pretty when I was a kid. When I was a kid, you'd lay down and you can make shapes out of them. Now I lay down and I can't make shapes out of them, but they definitely are beautiful. So maybe it's the way I perceived them as a kid and how I perceive them now. I don't know. I'm pretty sure though that I cannot make a dog out of that or a sheep or a snake, but it's beautiful, you know? And then that thing, oh my God, it's already made it all the way there, all the way across. I mean, that's a long, I'm telling you, it's the metallic stuff they use. Could be a plane, who knows? Anyway, I gotta get going because it's getting dark, but, well, there's another one. Now tell me that ain't crazy, going the opposite way. That's crazy. I believe some of them are ships, some of them are planes, but they would definitely make themselves, if they came, look like planes. This is the one that we seen going that way. That's how long its thing is. Usually they're short, though, the ones I think are ships. Lately, though, look at that. I just read something about this. Here, watch move them. I'll let you guys watch it. Those are prettier. Moving. It don't like they're moving from the camera, but in real life they really are. Oh, I love seeing the pink. I don't know. It's just weird. Life is weird. Life is so strange. It's full moon tonight. Yeah. Of course I miss eclipse, but I don't care. You know what I did is I put my crystals out in it to get the phone, and I put my intentions down. God, that's beautiful. I put my intentions down on a piece of paper, and I put moon water out there, just staying overnight. Takes the moon water. The next morning, I read my intentions. I drink the whole entire glass of moon water, and then I burn my intentions into the universe. Well, guess what? I don't give a god dang F about it today. I don't know why I feel this way. Um, if it's something chemical, menopause, whatever the fudge it is. I've been taking estrogen, not progesterone. I don't fucking know. I really don't know. And I can't stand it. And I literally am insane pissed off in my head about everything. I had therapy today. We found out that I am grieving my ex-boyfriend. Okay, and so I'm like, no, I'm over him. I don't want him like that, you know? And he goes, well, when did he leave? And I'm like, I don't know, last September or something. And he was staying with me. And this is my first time being fully alone. My son, he turned right when I got sober. Um, it's just fucking bullshit. And now I'm pissed about it. I am so mad about it all. And I don't know who to be mad at. Should I be mad at God? Or should I be mad at the universe? Or should I be mad at the creator? I mean, who is it? I don't know. Um, should I blame myself? Should I blame them? It's like my son, his was a chemical imbalance. But now it's like he can fix it and he don't. And it's like he's lost his empathy and his like he doesn't know I'm his mom anymore. And up to 28 years old, we were the closest that you could ever possibly be with a child. Spiritually also. Now I'm close to my daughter, but I don't get to see her ever. So it's like, I'm not blowing her off. I'm just saying there's another one. Another one of those going that way. And that weird. And the sun is not beaming off that. That is one lighting. Oh, that's light. God damn it. Somebody's coming up to me. I'm going to kill him. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go. I was going to go feed the ducks. The ducks are out now. You've seen that, but I don't want to. Oh my God. I should because going home is just, it feels like I'm getting ready to start my period, but I haven't had my period. I'm in menopause, so there is no period coming. But that's how it feels like. It feels like I'm getting ready to start my period and that I want to punch everybody in their face, which I'm not violent and I never would punch them in their face, but I say it. I say something. I say all kinds of crazy shit that I don't mean. I mean it, but I would not go up and punch anybody in their face. As a matter of fact, if I got in a fight, I don't know if I'd be able to fight back. I'd have to be really mad in order to fight back. And in my younger days, I used to think that I would win any fight. I don't care how tough the person was, because I was like, my childhood anger will come out and I will do this and I'll do that and I will win every fight. I really, honestly, truly believe that. Then one day, uh, actually not too long ago, one day, I um, asked someone, like, I don't know, they say always punch first. Well, I was taught not to make the first punch or the first hit or whatever. And I taught my kids the same. If they hit you, you have every right to defend yourself and hit them back. Well, the law, if you could believe this one, the law only considers you defending yourself lawfully if you are if the person has you in a corner. You have to be in a corner, an actual corner, and they are getting ready to hurt you. You may protect yourself if you're in a corner because you have no other option. But if you're in something and somebody's hitting you or whatever, you have the option to run. So that's not self-defense. That's sick. So anyway, yeah, I went to my kids at school a lot of times saying, did you hit them first? They'd say no. And then I'd say, look at the principal. And I'd say, well, then they're not in trouble. And you're not in trouble. And so I argued with the principals, got along with them too. They understood where I was coming from. I did not understand where they were coming from. I know violence policy. Well, then tell that little motherfucking kid, sorry about my language, to be, expelled. Just like my son got in 5th grade, expelled. He got expelled to another elementary, but who gets expelled from 5th grade? I mean, he wasn't that much of trouble. And then in 6th grade, he wore his pants too low. And the principal said, pull up your pants or whatever. And he talked back, didn't pull up his pants. And he should have. I couldn't stand the hanging pants either when he was in that stage. It was so stupid. And he so then this is like in the beginning of 6th grade, so we're in middle school at this point with him. And he this kid spit in his face. To me, from what I remember, the law is that is a, what do you call that? When someone, oh my God, I can't remember what it's called. When you get in trouble for hitting someone. It's called something, God dang it. And of course my mind won't think of it, it's easy. But you get in trouble for hitting someone. And they consider spitting in someone's face that. And so the kid spit in his face and he punched him in the mouth. The kid did not get suspended. My son, we had to have a big talk around the room. And my son ended up being, and I wanted this for him, but now I regret it. My son ended up being the youngest kid in alternative school. They had 6th grade to 12th grade in an alternative school called Renaissance in Howell. And I thought, oh yeah, my kid's young. For some reason, I bragged about it at first. I thought it was just going to be the greatest thing. Well, the 6th through 8th graders had to stay in one class with one teacher. And then the 9th, 10th, and 11th and 12th graders, they went kind of from class to class. And they just didn't have homework was the good thing. They didn't have homework. They had to do their work at school. It was more than a teacher teaching up in the class. They would do their homework and she would help them, you know what I mean? So, it wasn't special ed or anything. It was just, I guess teens would get in trouble, really. But not really, because my daughter ended up going there and it wasn't because she got in trouble. So she just didn't like the way school ran. And that girl did her homework on her own. I never had to help her. Thank God, because I do not like helping kids with their schoolwork. It's hard. It's just like I get so frustrated when I tell them this is how you do it, and then I say, so how do you do it? And they say, I don't know. I'm like, I want to scream and say, what the fuck are you doing? I don't. Well, I didn't. I just didn't do it. My son Scotty, when I was doing homework with him. Okay, so the teacher is complaining, sends me a letter, calls me in, is complaining that Scotty is doing his work differently than what he's supposed to be doing it, taught. And so I got him home and I said, okay, so let's work on this. I'm going to teach you how to do times or whatever. And, or what's it called? I can't think what that's called, times. Not subtraction, whatever, times. I can't think right now. So I get him home and I'm doing it and trying to show him. And he's arguing back because we've always been that kind of close where it's like a debate. He's arguing back with me, not because he didn't want to do it, because he was doing it his way and we were coming up with the same exact answer. Now, I did not get this kid's way at all. I was like, what? How are you even, what are you doing and how are you coming up with the right answer? So, did it enough times, tested enough times, went to the school and said, he's getting the same answer as what you're supposed to get. Who cares how he does it? I thought this was a alternative school where, kids who, don't like a regular classroom, it can't be in a regular classroom, just can't handle it, which I didn't like it either. I went to an alternative my senior year. I was married, and a baby, and pregnant. Here's what I got married at 16, and my mom tried to go to school for a week. That didn't work out. My ex-husband was too jealous. And then I just said, screw it, after I had my first baby at 17, and I went. And I still graduated at 18, and with all the courses I was supposed to have. But back then, for your, oh my God, why can't I remember? For your electives or whatever they're called, you could take a GED test for 5 credits for those, and but you still had to do everything else that the high schoolers, regular high schoolers, had to do, and credit wise and all that. So I would drop him off at daycare, and all kinds of crap happened, and um, I didn't care. I still went. I loved being at school. I had fun. Um, and then found out I was pregnant with my daughter. So when I graduated, I had a cap and gown on, and I did graduate, up on the stage and all that. But I was 6 months pregnant with my daughter and had a baby on my hips. 12 month, a year old on my hip. So I don't know. So back to Scotty. He was doing his shit right, and so I argued with the teacher. Well, then a year later, no, I mean 2 years later, he's in 8th grade now, and I didn't know that they taught the same exact thing every year from the 6th to the 8th graders. So when he turned into 7th grade, they didn't teach him anything new. He just started again from what he already learned. 8th grade, same exact thing. Well, when I found this, so the teacher saying Scotty's not paying attention, Scotty's this, Scotty's that. And I found this out. I had already found this out. And so I went in there and I said, it's because you are teaching him the same thing he's learning that he learned in 6th and 7th grade. I said, he's bored. Plain and simply, my kid's bored. And I mean, I was like, she started saying something, and I'm like, you're a teacher. You're supposed to be teaching my son. They're supposed to be individually almost taught here. So you're just like kind of taking the easy route out and teaching the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders the same thing every year because new ones come in. And what do you expect my son to learn? How do you expect him to act when he's doing something he already knows how to do? My son's smart, like smarter than the usual person. So it was really, really ridiculous. So she started working with him on math because that was his favorite subject. And she started, teaching him more things like that, whatever. And he stayed pretty good behavior. The only problem he had was, well, I'll get into that another time. I'd have to get his permission because some people don't know his past. And which is weird because my son used to be the most honest person in the world, just like I am. He was okay, when I was during my addictions, I wasn't fully honest, but mostly I was. Well, I taught him and my daughter and my other son honesty. Just say it like it is, no matter what the consequences are. Say it like it is, because you're better off than getting caught looking like a liar. That sucks. 2, it's wrong to lie. And 3, you might as well admit it and get it done and over with, plain and simply. And that's really what I brought them up to know. Things change through life, whatever, and you gotta lie in some things, like, I don't know, the court system. I told the truth on myself at that on a court case one time, and the cops even told me not to tell the truth. And I did anyway. And I thought, okay, since I told the truth, she's gonna be cool. 10 days in jail. First time I ever went to jail. It was ridiculous. I was like, screw that. After that, I was like, lie to cops, lie to anybody that has anything to do with the law that has control of your life that you don't have control of. Anyway, I'm at the duck pond, but I want you guys to see this really pretty pink thing. I don't know if you guys can see how pretty it is. Isn't that beautiful? Makes me want to jump up into the clouds and say, save me, or walk on the water. You know what I mean? Like, I picture myself walking on water sometimes in my meditations. God bless whoever that's for. I almost just got so pissed off that it was interrupting my mind while I was showing you guys this. But then I thought, real quickly, okay, yeah, I'm going to get pissed off because somebody's hurt. God bless them, or bless them, and whatever source bless them, whatever you believe in. Creator bless them, whatever. Hopefully they're okay, whoever it is, Unless it's a child molester who is, raping children, of course, I'm not going to pray for them. And oh, well, we're human beings. We're meant to judge in some way. I always say, do not judge. Do not ever judge. We're not supposed to judge. It says not to judge. You know what? I'm pretty sure if Jesus was here, if it's Jesus, which I'm learning he was called I can't say it. Yeshua was his name because Jesus is Greek. There's this guy who's teaching the stuff out of the Bible, and I love it. He makes more sense than I've ever seen anybody make sense when it comes to God and who God and Jesus is and God is and all that stuff. I mean, he makes jokes. He's sarcastic about it. Even he's like, okay, yeah, like God was gonna, have a lamb sacrificed in front of him. Just weird shit, stuff that I agree with. Anyway, um, so here are the duckaroos. I'm gonna feed them. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Um, they told me today at the food pantry when I went down there that I said, "Yeah, I go feed the ducks," and they go, "Don't feed them bread." And I said, "I've been feeding them bread for about 6 years," and they go, "Oh, that'd kill them." And I said, "And it hasn't killed not one." Um, that irritated me, but I'm just irritated, physically irritated. There's situational irritation and there's physical irritation. I'm both irritated. I'm physically irritated, meaning I cannot help but be irritated. Like, uh, the fire truck went by. I was like, "Fuck!" That's how I really felt. Didn't look like that, no, but that's how I act at home. I'd be like, "Shut the fuck up." That kind of like, it just loud noises or something. And because I'm online with you guys, I decided to, use my tools. My tools are, well, somebody could be hurt, and it's not right for you to be irritated that a siren's going by while you're trying to make a YouTube video, to show people something they probably don't even want to see or care about. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so mad. I'm mad. I'm just mad. I'm mad that my son is not in my life. I'm mad that my ex is not in my life for the simple fact that I left him. I left him. I went in the hospital and withdrew for 8 days. I went to the psych ward. I got the apartment. And then he, all of a sudden, 2 months later, gets a spine injury and can't go nowhere. Nowhere will take him. So I took him in and we became friends. And I helped him in every. Okay, so my whole sobriety up until about 6 months ago. So I'm 2.8 years sober. Up until about 6 months ago. Well, when Derek left, um, my whole sobriety was trying to help Scotty and Derek. Two people who did not want my help, my son and my ex. Two that did not want my help, but I fought and fought and fought to help them. The rule was with Derek, you can't use drugs if you're staying, with me here. Um, and once in a while, I'd catch a crack pipe in his stupid friggin' pocket or something, and I'd be so hurt because it just sucked because he lies. God, he lies so good. So I'm angry at him for finding a girl so fast, like it's nothing, like I'm nothing. As you know what I mean, and then not talking to me. It's like, dude, I didn't want to take you in. I did not want. I was done and over with him. I was like, oh my god, what a great life! I got an apartment. I hate heroin anyway, and Derek and I definitely aren't doing so well. It's all about heroin. So, um, and then he needed me, and I didn't want to take him in. I was pissed. And I let him know. I'm like, I do not want you here, but I let him there. I was the only choice, so he put up with my attitude of not wanting him there. Then it became like a friendship. He slept on the couch, I slept on my bed. I mean, no sex or nothing. I didn't want it from him, and I'm sure he didn't want it from me because I gained weight. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I asked him one time, with your exes, I've always had sex with my exes, until they got girlfriends or whatever. Um, I said, if I was skinny, would you want to have sex with me? And he goes, probably. And it's like, what kind of fucking motherfucker is that? You know what I mean? And I said to him, I said, you know what? You could have lied. You could have lied and said, no, I'm just not into it. Or no, we argue too much. Or anything. Not, yeah, probably. So that means that you're that superficial, and I wasted 7 years of my life with you doing heroin that I didn't want to do, and I cried to stop all the time, and you made me think you were going to stop. See, I'm pissed. And then Scotty, he's off the drug that ruined him. Okay, he's fine. He's made a habit of being negative, but somehow he's got a girlfriend who lives with him. But I can't. Me and my daughter can't go to his apartment, but she can live there. It's like fucked up. I'm sorry to swear so much. YouTube would probably go all kinds of crazy, but I'm just angry. And my therapist came up with that I'm grieving my ex and my son. I'm grieving um, the relationship that I once had with them, and I am. I get because I'm alone, and it's because I'm alone for the first time in my life, and it's like, well, there's nobody. This is how it started. I said to my therapist, I said, there's nobody to help. There's nobody to work on. And he's like, you work on you. I'm like, I have been, but I need to work on someone else. And so it came down to, I have no purpose. I have no purpose to live. I don't want to live. And I had to be very careful with him because he's my therapist. And so I said, I'm not going to, don't worry. He said, there's three things. He goes, one, if the person has suicidal thoughts. Two, if they have a way that they know they're going to do it. And three, they have a plan to do it. And I said, oh no, I'm good. I got off the phone with him and I'm thinking, okay, one, my big mouth, because I like to talk and tell everybody everything. I don't know why. I just do it about my life. And my life includes other people. So when I talk about other people, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about their situation with me. So whatever. But I thought to myself, okay, dude, first of all, the only way that I would tell him, because then he goes off to the psych, where'd you go? And we kind of laugh. The only way I would tell him that I was really going to commit suicide would be if I was feeling that suicidal and I didn't want to leave my kids. You know what I mean? My kids have always been the reason why I went to a psych ward when I was suicidal. I'm like, okay, I can't leave my kids. And then by the time 7 days goes by in the psych ward, you don't even want to go home to your kids. You're like, I like it here, man. I'm being babied. It's a good thing. So anyway, I don't know. I could go to the psych ward for sure right now. It would be nice, but I can't because the meds I'm taking help me. And I'm not sure if they would agree with the meds I'm taking. I'm not even going to go there with that bullshit. And uh, oh, so I went and tell my therapist, oh well, I've got all these pills saved in case I do want to commit suicide, in case I need to, for whatever reason, like lost my kid or friggin' which I have lost my kid. He's just still alive, so I'm grateful for that. But I'm just bitching and bitching and bitching, and I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for these babies right here. Look, let me get off the phone and feed them. 28 minutes. I know you guys don't want to watch it. I don't care. I'll watch it. I think it's cool to watch. Who's talking over there? What you got to say? You want bread? I brought you guys different kind of bread this time. It has no flour in it. Where are you guys? There's two. Oh yeah, they're all over there. All right, wait till I bring out the bread. All right, I love you. If nobody told you that they love you today, I really do. No matter how much I hate my life right now. Life, period. Not just my life. Life. It's like, why do we have to live it? If it's just ridiculous. I mean, yeah, some people are happy and they like living life. And yes, we create our own lives, but I'm not creating this. I'm not. I try to work on myself. I was so much better. I actually was at the happy moment. I felt the happiness. I felt the happiness even without my son and without, you know what I mean? I felt it. It was there. I had it. And now I've lost it. And it makes me pissed off at God, I guess. That's not cool either. So either way, it ain't cool. Um, then I thought today, hey, what if we just die and go in the ground? I never thought that in my life, and I don't believe that. But that would be pretty much the best. I think everybody in the world commit suicide if they knew they just died, went to the ground. They just died, consciousness and all. Who wouldn't? Anyway, I love you guys very much. If you are feeling suicidal, please call the suicidal hotline. There are people who are there to help you and talk, and you can get through it because I've been suicidal my whole life and I am now stabilized on medication. I'm just having a bad day. Um, and I know I talk about suicide a lot because it's just a habit, I guess, that I just want to leave the whole world because I can't stand it and I'm overwhelmed. If you feel that way, please call the suicidal hotline or call 911 if you really feel that you should, if you're in danger. And let me tell you, psych wards are beautiful. The ones in Michigan are. Um, the worst one my daughter went to, and she loved it. You wouldn't even imagine. I look at her and I'm like, you don't even know. That one's the worst one. You don't even know how awesome the rest are. It's like, so if you think, oh, I don't want to go to a psych ward, oh no, oh God, and you gotta say you're suicidal, even if you're not, and you just want to go psych ward. You gotta say you're suicidal and that you plan on committing suicide, blah blah blah, to get admitted. But they are awesome. And I am telling you 100,000%, I would swear it on my kids' life that if you went to a psych ward, you'll feel better by the end of the 7 days or however long they keep you. I love you guys unconditionally. Yeah, bye.